Ever worked for a boss who was the textbook definition of a greedy miser? I'm talking about the kind of person who would pinch a penny so hard, Lincoln would cry. My boss was that guy. He hated charity, thought giving back was for suckers, and his favorite hobby was, you guessed it, counting his money. So I decided to play a little game. A game I like to call the charity trap. It all started with a local orphanage. They were struggling, really struggling, and needed funds to keep their doors open. The community was trying to rally, but they needed a big push. That's when I had my light bulb moment. I drafted a simple, seemingly internal memo. It looked official, had the company letterhead, everything. The key sentence? A pledge from my boss in his name, promising to personally match all donations made to the orphanage during their fundraising week. A very generous, very public-spirited promise. A promise he, of course, never actually made. Then came the fun part. I accidentally leaked it. A slip of the email finger, a mistakenly printed document left by the coffee machine. It didn't take long for the memo to spread like wildfire. First through the office, then to the local news blog, and finally it was everywhere. The community went nuts. They saw my boss, this infamous Scrooge, as a changed man, a local hero stepping up. Donations started pouring in. People who were going to give $10 gave 20. Businesses started making corporate donations, all fueled by the promise that their impact would be doubled by our very own philanthropist boss. This is what's known as the public pressure trap. It's a beautiful thing. See, once the story was out there, my boss was stuck. He couldn't deny it without looking like the biggest villain in town. The media was already calling him a saint. The orphanage was praising his name. The trap was set, and the jaws were closing. By the end of the week, the community had raised an astonishing $1 million. $1 million that my boss had supposedly promised to match. This put him in the ultimate dilemma. Brand versus bank account. If he refused to pay, his company's reputation would be destroyed overnight. He'd be a social pariah. Every news outlet would run the story. Local tycoon cheats orphanage. His brand, the one he spent decades building, would be worthless. His business would tank. But if he did pay, if he wrote that $1 million check, a significant chunk of his personal fortune would be gone. He'd be far from broke, but it would sting. Oh, it would sting bad. The day of the big check presentation was priceless. I've never seen a man so pale. He stood on that stage in front of all the cameras, the smiling children, and the grateful community leaders holding a giant check with his name on it. He had to smile, shake hands, and act like this was his plan all along. He was a hero, a reluctant, accidental hero, forced into philanthropy against every fiber of his being. He handed over the money and the crowd erupted in cheers. He was celebrated as a champion of the people, all while internally, I'm sure he was plotting my demise. He couldn't fire me, of course. How would that look? Firing the loyal assistant right after his grand act of generosity? No, he was stuck. And so the greedy miser became the town's biggest benefactor. His name is now on the new wing of the orphanage. People see him on the street and thank him. And me? I just smile. Sometimes to make the world a better place, you have to get a little creative and turn a villain into an accidental hero. So, what do you think? Was this a stroke of genius or a step too far? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more tales of creative justice. Thanks for watching.